Alright guys, welcome to another video. First off, ignore this room and the mess in there, because obviously we're moving in about 2.5 weeks, so we're just packing, getting ready for that, and we've got a lot of exciting things to come, so make sure you subscribe if you've not already. Today we're talking about aquarium lighting when it comes to African cichlids, and most of all how it can affect aggression, so let's take a look. So as you've just seen, I've got a lampshade in the room that's just dimly lighting a lot of these tanks. Here's the 10 gallon with the Luanda and Jello reefs. Everyone's doing good, growing nicely. And here's the 55 gallon show tank with the blue neon breeding group and a lot of other African cichlid males that are just growing out. Before we get into the house, and you know, maybe they'll be putting their own tank. That's some exciting things to come. But as you can see, the lighting's off, it's a little difficult for us to see the fish, and when you think about it, that means it's pretty difficult for them to see each other. So we're going to do a little test. We're going to turn the aquarium lighting on and turn off the ambient room lighting at the same time and see how the behaviour of the fish changes. As I'm sure a lot of you know, African cichlid keepers always say, be careful when you're stocking fish of similar coloration, and you know, some Lunacara don't like others and all that good stuff. And the main reason for that is because they can see. The aquarium lighting's on 12 hours a day, and you're not trying to grow plants here, you're not trying to grow algae. Maybe you are if you're doing some sort of biotope with Pseudotropheus or something like that, but in this specific setup, I'm not trying to grow algae, I'm not trying to grow plants. All I'm trying to do is keep my fish nice and healthy and keep them relaxed, which is another thing. As you watch this clip more with the bright light on, the chasing, the harassing, the bullying will just become a little bit more. And this is all stuff that can stress out the fish. So if you think about it, if you take away that light and just have a little lamp light in the room that just gently lights the tank, then those colours aren't going to be as vibrant for the fish, and they're not going to be able to see each other as good, which leads to a decrease in aggression, in my personal view. So what I like to do is only turn these tank lights on when I'm viewing or feeding the African cichlids. And this just leads them to be a lot more chilled out and passive in their overall behaviour, and just helps to keep each individual fish nice and relaxed. As I'm sure you've seen, lights are on, one fish is just getting bullied to a pulp. And you know, that's not fun to watch. Fins get damaged, they can get sick from the stress, and basically what you didn't want from a fish tank is what you're getting, and now you're having to deal with the bullies, put them in timeout and everything like that. It's just not fun. You can see in this little clip here that the dragon blood / ruby crystal peacock is actually the one getting chased a little bit in this clip. He has only got one eye, so that kind of makes his behaviour a little bit special in general. Not sure what happened to his eye. I think he grazed it on a rock or something like that. Tried to treat it with Melafix and plenty of water changes. It didn't quite come back around, so the eye still moves, but I don't think he can see anything through it, and that's why he's kind of chilling at the top with his good eye facing down so he can see everybody. But the light's on, all the fish are a little bit more timid. The blue neon's hiding under the little rock there. My little hybrid that I got from Luke's African Cichlids is chasing the dragon blood / ruby crystal, and you know, there's just a lot more activity. And in this sense, it's good if you want to see a nice active fish tank, but at the same time, it's putting stress on the fish and putting them in more confrontational situations. So I just like to have my aquarium light off, besides when I'm viewing the tank and when I'm feeding the tank. So while we're here and while the lights are on, let's feed the tank. So the tank's fed. I usually only do that once a day. Occasionally when I'm home from work a little early, I'll feed them twice a day. I only usually feed them small amounts, so they never really get overfed. Oh, there were Mad Eye Moody. And I'll leave the lights on in here just until a lot of the food's gone. That way they can completely see all the food and sift through the sand like they would in the wild if they need to. But then after that, tank lights will be turned off and the room light will just be left on until it goes off at about 12 AM. That light is on from 5 PM until 12 PM right now, so 7 hours, lights up the room a little bit, just ambient lighting, and it really does help with cichlid aggression. But this is what the room looks like now. Really happy with it, but it's going to be getting a lot bigger in the new house, so if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do, because you're going to love the content that we've got coming your way in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think to this little tip on cichlid aquarium lighting, and if you haven't tried it before, give it a go and see if you notice less aggression and less nipped fins and all that good stuff that make these fish look absolutely phenomenal. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.